Hello everyone, and welcome to today's conversation on how the Middle East is trying to overthrow our country with the assistance of Barack Obama, Mona Vand, and Heather Lamusa and others like her, such as the Kardashians. So they think this brings value to their platform for me to mention their jaw-dropping, disgraceful behavior of prostitution, propaganda, and just plain grotesque behavior because they live in the short game mentality while bragging about stuff. So it's really complicated and very subtle because you're very asleep to reality. You live in pie in the sky of wanting world peace, but you don't really understand what it actually takes for world peace. And that's what these people are counting on. You think world peace would be everybody living in happiness, and in the movie Pleasantville would come to mind. That's not world peace. That's actually suppression and disgrace. It's called a black and white world. If you remember the movie Pleasantville, they lived in a black and white world of kind of like the Leave It to Beaver. They're trying to create Leave It to Beaver, but even Leave It to Beaver had a focus on concerns and then a solution, and it really just gave people a sense of ease in society to entertain you. This new version would be Leave It to Beaver, but Mona Vand standing in a lobby in Beverly Hills, bragging that she's in Beverly Hills. So the intention, let's look at intention behind Leave It to Beaver, and then what Mona Vand has produced in the last 4 days against the United States of America, while Gary Vaynerchuk is paying for it. However, his whole career has been based off humility and being a good person, yet what he's representing isn't a good person. However, you won't recognize that unless you're up to the game of real shit. The end of Pleasantville, they wake up to the reality of how they've been put into sleep. So we've got a little bit of Stepford wives. Stepford wives of the men putting the women to sleep because men draw in attention through seduction and hard dicks. They are narcissistic in the movie Stepford Wives. However, it's clear that people following Hillary Clinton's rule or Pelosi rules, you're not real leaders. You're not leaders, you're just control freaks who sit on a stage and can manipulate people into getting them to do what you want by saying what people want to hear. That's not a real leader, folks. So Biden's sitting in front of George Stephanopoulos, who literally is neutral in this because he doesn't like Donald Trump, and then he has the fucking audacity at the end of the interview to say, I asked Donald Trump for an interview but he declined. Yeah, because it's strategy. Because the American people are priority to your career, George Stephanopoulos. You literally are, you are a dog out of a self-righteous, self-centered version of a man in media who still didn't ask any value questions to get answers from a man who definitely gave a list of things to let you know that he wants to take this country into a physical war. But you better believe that Gary Vee's son won't be going, or Matthew McConaughey's son won't be going, or any of these celebrities' little prick kids won't be going. No, your children will be going, and they're not very well trained either because the mothers have decided to teach men how to be little girls. And you better believe influencers likely won't be going either. So I'm not really sure who you're going to drum up to go to war there, NATO. He literally gets on the phone with the new leader of Great Britain and bullshits him first, and then says, we can't wait to have you on board. And then he says all this inappropriate stuff to someone that he doesn't even know if he can trust. because he's just been going around spewing out nonsense, and then everybody wants a piece of the pie. Canada, France, Italy. Hurting the people is really what you want to focus on. Whether you're from Italy or Canada, or you're from France, or you're from Great Britain, Sunak has been a fucking violent abuser to the people of that country. We've got one in Ireland. We've got one all over the globe. People who are part of this corruption of the Democrat regime, a strand to destroy humanity. So women like Mona Van can go to the Beverly Hills lobby and take a fucking photo, and that's what they call democracy. Which is 100%, once again, proving that she has gaslighting. Gaslighting, 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 gaslighting. Hurtful photography of shit that ain't even true. So that she can feel lifted up while Gary Vee agrees to the behavior. What part of that don't you fucking understand? That your investment is at risk, folks, and it ain't because of me. I deliver on education. She delivers on look at me and look at how cool I am. It's an experience that poor people, I might be able to express to you. I'm not sure. I'm having a really hard time expressing it to you. It comes when you have a lot of money. As I was surrounded by people with a lot of money, however, they lived in humility and actual human connection. You don't even know what I'm talking about, because I'm definitely not talking about New York, nor am I talking about California. That's how self-righteous these people are out of California and New York. Every person from LA is nothing more than trailer park trash, born into poor people's family, who moved to LA, got FUCKED, literally, like they spread their legs, looked hot doing it, and then got a role in a movie like Anne Hathaway or Jessica Alba. Look at how sexy my lips are. Okay, we'll put you in this movie called Honey, and then you're gonna gyrate around and act really cool, and then we're gonna give you $1 million. I'll do it. It's gonna actually abuse millions of people, but if you don't do this, you're not gonna get this job. Oh, well, definitely do it. And then 10 years into their career, they made the decision to take the role. They evolved the evolution of music and Hollywood because they're shallow and self-centered. And then they're going to abuse the person that they claimed abused them, but they agreed to the behavior, so it's not actually abuse. You just sold out. Anne Hathaway. They made you kiss men on the lips? No, you chose to do that, Gary Vee. What is the purpose in content creation for a man and a woman who are supposedly dating Adam Levine to kiss Behati Prinsloo on a red carpet? What kind of value does that actually bring an audience? Doesn't bring us any value. It only hurts an audience, makes us uncomfortable, but it fuels your gossip train of bullshit while the media says, what a special relationship. That's called devil worship. Man, one day I'll have a relationship like that one day. And then Gary Vee says, have a relationship with yourself like that. And then he prances around at the white party with Mona Van, who is literally doing the same fucking shit while she looks like a slime ball. The short game is literally watching a piece of Mona Van's content and literally just being nice to her for an instant, like literally going, oh. And then she taking that and running with it to create 10 more pieces of video with Gary Vee, which actually abuses you because eventually you get tired of that shit. Although you then go back to the page and her fucking mind manipulation ass goes, look at how sweet I am. Manipulation. Actual reality, living in illusion. So while you all chase the carrot and try to be just like Mona Van, literally, we're all watching every female on platform be a total piece of shit. Your wives, your girlfriends, your husbands, your fiancés, whatever the fuck those pieces of shit bitches are. Yet you have no connection in your mind that you're all narcissistic personality disorder because the brainwashing tactics of the collective of the Ponzi has created a false sense of reality where no one actually takes a look at what education is because Joe Rogan, Gary Vee, Elon Musk tell you don't go to college. While Gary Vee shows up wearing a robe where Mona Van weirdly wears a jacket that I own, except this time it's like in a rusty red color, where he kisses her on the cheek again. He kisses her on the cheek, yet he's the one doing the speech. As if she's won a prize, and then you're going to be uplifted by the excitement of that moment, which she looks like she just got hit by a fucking truck. The fact that she would even show up to this shit is the fucking problem, Gary Vee. The fact that you would bring all these Middle Eastern pieces of shit that work for you into the NASDAQ of America, and they proclaim to be born here, but we fucking know that Maha did not go to school here because Americans don't act like that. Now, they've invented this new form of America to try to educate youth on how to be American, but that's not American, that's Persian, that's Egyptian, that's Iranian, that's Chinese. So everything that we've built our country off of, which is the American dream, Kamala Harris is not American, she's Indian, Jamaican. Joe Biden is just a fucking corrupt piece of shit. He's actually what the Democrats speak to in the form of what is equality lacking of. He's the white man that you speak to. Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton are who the Democrats point their fingers at and say you're a crook, criminal, and the white man holds you down. That's who you're actually talking to. But what Hillary Clinton can do is can say what you want to hear in the form of a lie and make it sound true, just like Newsom. Hollywood behavior, which is all of politics at this time, on the Democrat side, as they invite individuals like Paris Hilton, like Mona Van, and then this bitch has the fucking audacity to fucking brag about it and do it multiple times while you fucking Americans sit there and appease the bitch as she pretends to be a fucking pharmacist. However, if you take a look at her feed when it comes to photography associated to her content, when was she actually in that state to go to pharmacy school? When you go to LA, you don't go to pharmacy school. So she moved to LA, then she was supposedly raised in New York, and then her family's all in Toronto. Bunch of fucking lies. Now Gary Vee has her in Beverly Hills because that's ultimately what she wants for herself. That is her dream. The clean eat shit is just a cover up for the fact that she just wants fucking money. So at some point, her fucking career will literally just turn into her and Gary Vee at gala and events abusing your bitch asses while she then sits on a platform and tells you how to manipulate people into getting money and getting what you want, which is nothing more than a fucking dumb bitch ass bag while Gary Vee stands there and kisses her on the fucking face again. You fucking prick. While he continuously still speaks to his so-called 12 and a half emotional ingredients. Now, really, that doesn't really sit well with me. But you all have taken this lesson of existing and you put it into business is the fucking problem. Meaning, I literally laid out a miniature plan of a guidance counselor to each of you pieces of dumb ass fucking shit. You all are dumb as fuck to think that tranny living is the way to live. You are fucking stupid as fuck. The fact that you want special laws for a dude who wants to be a girl when there's already laws in place. Already fucking laws in place. But you want to add new extra laws so that you can feel something about your fucking mental illness. You want weird ass special LGBTQ and then you want to be equality. Mona supporting all that LGBTQ. Did you not see Melissa Wood and herself fucking each other at the goddamn white party? Michael Rubin. The fucking most dead ass fucking party. Why do they wear white? So they can abuse each other without noticing they're abusing each other. And they can do shit that they wouldn't normally fucking do. To whitewash all of you. So the old days with P. Diddy's party, it used to be behind the scenes with a little mini like Entertainment Tonight shit. Now these bitches are fucking so vile and so violent. They ruin our holidays. They're ruining our holidays, they're ruining our lives, and they're trying to recreate what 4th of July is, which Mona Van hosts a dinner party where Gary Vee, a fucking Russian with a fucking Indian bitch, sit around a fucking little campfire talk where they talk shit on our fucking holiday of independence while they use our independence against us. You are fucking dumb as fuck, Americans, is all I can fucking say. And you raised the most fucking stupidest ass fucking little kids. Your millennial and Gen Z are scum, Lauren Bostic. You are fucking a disgrace. You're a fucking traitor to this fucking country, you bitch. Nicole Lapin, you're not even fucking American, you fucking whore. You're a fucking Jehovah's Witness, you bitch. Weak ass words, weak ass voices, all part of the Democrats' scheme to suppress all of us while Mona Van gets a fucking podcast where she sucks on a fucking microphone dick and says absolutely nothing while she proclaims to be a doctor? While you all lap it up. So all I have to do is be kind, but don't actually be kind, because now we're going to stand in the lobby of the Beverly Hills Hotel and take a fucking photograph to gaslight 45 million people. We're going to gaslight all of you, and Gary Vee's going to show up this week with that bitch in tow to show us all how much in love he is with her fucking ass, to make my fucking life more challenging so that he can fucking win his fucking game with that fucking whore. Fuck you, Gary Vee. You all are scum. You do understand how the Hollywood shit works, right? They're not authentically nice people. They play it on TV, and now the internet is doing the same fucking thing, Gary Vee. He's not actually a nice person. Mona Van definitely is not a nice person, and we've seen that in her content creation. It's just fucking business. Because if he was actually a good person or a nice person, when your bitch ass stood in front of him and you were worshiping his ass, he would shut your bitch ass down and actually give you real tools to make you realize what a piece of shit you actually are, so that you could actually transform your life into something worth living. And you wouldn't like that shit. However, with time and a real fucking education, you would crave it because you want something bigger and better for yourself, whether it's a small, big business or the bigger style of business based on what kind of work you're willing to put in. But this shit isn't based off of merit. It's based off propaganda, fake life. His whole business is based off of fake life, and his whole fucking staff are based off of fake personalities and fake conversation while he runs around and pretends. while we all have to suffer for it so that Mona Van can succeed in business and you all fail, reminding you that you are all American and she's a fucking Persian. Yet there you go, still supporting this shit. I think kind candor is my most biggest struggle. Kind candor is very challenging for me. Lizzie Vaynerchuk was a piece of fucking shit. Gary Vaynerchuk is a fucking piece of shit. So is Mona Van. You all are fucking a disgrace, and that bitch you called wife belongs in fucking jail too. Just like your son and your daughter, it looks like. I don't know. Good fucking question, Gary V. Why would you bring him around Mona Van? Why would you bring that fucking cunt whore around Xander and Misha? That's the fucking question. Because you don't actually believe in what you tell people. None of you bitches at the white party actually believe in what you're educating on. See, the problem is the balance of power. They've closed off the networks to individuals who are up and coming, starting fresh, et cetera, who have real backgrounds and experience in education. They've blocked you off from advancing your education and your ability to create content. What does that mean? That means financially they cut your bitch asses off. You can still produce content, Gary V, but nobody's gonna fucking watch it. So then people give up. People give up because you've put a blockade that they can't succeed, and then you lie out your fucking ass to keep the businesses open of social media so that bitches like Mona Van and yourself can fucking make money off of us. Understand that and you'll understand their fucking shit. The only real way to grow on social media is to go door to door, door to door, door to door, door to door, or be a network, pay your way through, or manipulate audiences into seduction tactics, and that's how they've taught you to behave on the internet. So none of you have any ethics or morals. You all sold your asses to the fucking devil, and then the bad part of all this shit is nobody has any feeling about it. You want to understand that they can steal your supply. You do understand that, right? So you're like a nice person from a small town who has dreams of possibility. You start making content. And then they look at your content and they examine it and they learn how to tap into your joy to where they literally stomp out your joy so that they can be joyful and then draw attention to their platform. So guess what I've learned? I've learned how to stomp out their joy. No matter what piece of content you're watching at this time, see what they'll do is they'll save a specific piece of content that made them feel a certain way. And they'll try to tap in a moment where I was naive to this fucking shit. So without integrity, nothing works, fuck faces. Meaning they should have paid me. So the difference is they didn't pay me, they shut me out, and then they shut you out. So it's like getting a little hit off of a piece of drug. Confidence, not confident. Confidence, not confident. Confidence. That's not how confidence works. But that's how it works for Heather Musa. She gets it from Tarek as well, and Mona Van gets it from posting about Gary V, and they all participate in it. So none of them have any morals. None of them have any ethics. None of them. Moving around relevance so that they can all make money off of you, and they're all in competition with each other versus actually living real lives. And then they post video and pictures of themselves erotically standing, erotically kissing, and making all of us uncomfortable. But somehow their content is seen by 500,000 people. Somehow Mona Van has 500,000 followers. So what does that say about you as followers? Mental illness. Yet they will decline and deny and deny and deny that anything that I'm saying to you is true, but only people who are up to absolutely nothing would deny what I'm saying. So for example, you're going to be excited to go to VCon 2024 in LA. You're like, oh, I'm in Hollywood. There's going to be pieces of shit celebrity. You want to understand, if you see a celebrity, you don't want to be around that shit, because what you're going to do is you're going to act weird. You're going to say, can I have your autograph? And then they're going to take from you. Like an exchange of a hello, which used to be normal. So you're up here in emotion, and they're feeling here, but they know how to put on the smile. Gary Vee does this. While his erotic slut bitch is oozing prostitution all over the camera. How is that normal content, is my question for you as an audience. Every piece of fucking content that bitch produces is oozing sex and bullshit and pornography. And you have the fucking balls to pose for it and then not give the attitude that's necessary to shut the shit down. Understand that, and you'll understand how these bitches are operating. That's called the end of the planet, yet they won't understand end of the planet because they're that fucking selfish. So they'll have children like Heather Lamusa has Tristan. And she's literally creating a son who can't even see fucking straight because her oozing of her sex is more important than taking care of her son. Doesn't educate him, doesn't teach him, but they have money, Tarek. Notice that Tarek is speaking at VCon because Heather, the bitch slut, and Mona Van are like this. Where he'll talk about absolutely nothing because he doesn't have the guidance that's necessary to actually teach people. Meanwhile, Tristan will be running around and Gary Vee will what? Look at Tristan and just turn his back? While Mona Van tries to molest a son to steal his joy. All she has to do is look at him, put fear in him, and then she's taken his life. It's what Heather Lamusa does. Whether it's sexuality, whether it's anything, and then say she's a great mom because Entertainment Weekly said so. So now my son, Tristan, is in a battle for his life to be a real man. While you as followers and fans are doing the exact same thing to my children. Now we have hierarchy systems of kids who were influencers as infants and parents who protected their infants from people like you. Now we have a new form of evolution of what Gary Vee's trying to produce with you at the helm, you fucking horse. These people like Travis Barker and Courtney are literally having children to fuel an image and a brand, and they have no emotion attached to it. The fact that Travis Barker was willing to have a son, you can choose if you have a girl or a boy, by the way. That's called eugenics. That's what the Democrats are fighting for. But you can only do that if you have a lot of money. So really the Democrats are working for the rich while proclaiming that they're going to tax the rich. But that's because the rich are out of techie LA, but they put all their money in foreign countries because they're what? Foreigners. They don't have a citizenship here. Mona Van doesn't have citizenship here. Her real name isn't even Van. Yet she's showing up at the U.S. Capitol to tell them she doesn't want to have to do any work associated to makeup. She doesn't want to look it up online. to see if it has safe ingredients in it. However, last year she said she doesn't really wear makeup. And by the way, she's never spoken to the deadly toxins in makeup, except said the words deadly toxins. And there she is in Beverly Hills with Gary Vee doing some shady ass shit again. And the fact that you, as an audience, will not open your fucking mouths to say something about this shit. Because who are they performing for? Who are they performing for? Well, really, they're actually performing for their network so that they can get the headline that says, Mona Van is dating Gary Vee. That's their first step. Then they say, well, now I want to have a product. So since she's dating Gary Vee, I'm going to sell a stupid fucking product and get some money off of you bitches. But I don't really perform for you. I just perform for myself, but I pretend to perform for you. And then I want to go onto platforms to educate people on me. Because I want to grow as a person because it's me. Now go listen to any fucking piece of shit video that Mona Van has ever made about talking about anything that could or would, you would think, would be an opportunity to educate an audience on something. And notice how there is no education. And she's a doctor. She has no stories about working as a pharmacist. She doesn't share her personal life. Except her whole brand is focused on the fact that she's traveling, what she's packing in her suitcase, Gary Vee and his eating habits, what gala and event that she's gone to, what fancy thing that she's up to, who her chef is and what he's cooking. That doesn't actually look like someone who is up to really much of anything. Yet, for some reason, the bitch has 500,000 followers. Do you think that's very similar to other people and what they're doing on their platforms? So how did all these people get involved in Miami? Because it's a fucking Ponzi scheme, you stupid fucks. A Ponzi scheme to close down your businesses and create monopolies. A Democrat Ponzi scheme where you dumb pieces of shit are literally rioting in the streets for something that makes no fucking sense. The fact that you're supporting Palestine? Bitch, get the fuck off my camera. The fact you're supporting bullshit lies? Why? Listen to this. This is how lack of intelligence you all have. The United States doesn't run Israel. We have an obligation because we are in a treaty with them of support. What they do with that money is up to them. We are a country that fights against terrorism. And if the Israel people, who is our comrade, is being attacked by Hamas, a terrorist group, we're going to support Israel. I don't give a fuck if all Palestinians die. But in your fucking brain, you don't fucking get nothing about nothing. Because you live in pie in the sky of Mona Van standing in a lobby in Beverly Hills. Because that's what you think life is. But you want to know something about that bitch standing in the lobby of Beverly Hills. She's a fucking terrorist. And that's how terrorism is operating at this time. So instead of physically driving planes into buildings, they post content which are very much the same as driving a plane into a building, killing thousands of minds, putting fear in the minds of children. Shu Chu is a terrorist because he allows foreign countries' videos to be seen in other people's newsfeed. I don't want to see a fucking weird ass terrorist in a live feed. But you all do. Because all you want to do is fight. The problem with each and every one of you is you're not fighting for anything worth fighting for. You're terrorists too. The problem with millennials and Gen Zs is they believe in equality, but they only believe in what they think, as they always want to be right. And that's not a democracy. So your democracy's at risk, folks. We're in the worst time in history. Gary Vee will say we're in the best time of history. I'm here to tell you this is the worst time in history. Your little children who were given an opportunity to go to a very good school at Harvard and Yale and Columbia, you allowed them to disrupt the lives of the innocent to show us what you actually represent as parents who have money. Your obligation as people with money is to protect the middle class and the poor people from this shit from happening, because you have the financial opportunity to do so. But instead, you fueled them with money to terrorize us and then give money to the Democrats. I want a list of people who gave Biden money. And we're going to close your fucking businesses down, because now we know you're in cahoots and corruption to overthrow this country. We want every person that supports Biden fired. We want influencers shut down. This is middle class people talking who actually have a sense of reality. See, Pharrell, you don't have reality. None of these celebrities, Gary Vee, you don't even have reality. Now, you lost that when you earned the fucking money to go stay in Beverly Hills. You're fucking clueless. You live in New York City and New Jersey. You don't really fucking get what it's like out here in the real fucking world. You don't live in the real world. You live in worship culture of yourself, while you worship a bitch to abuse all of us so that you can make money off of VeeFriend's kids toy, where you hire pieces of shit to abuse all of us by giving away free shit. It's like when people are starving and you have like a little a coin or even an apple or some shit. This is Monavan, right? And then she sees you're starving, and then she just throws the shit out because she wants to be entertained by the grab. That's rich out of LA and New York. That's what you're all up to at the white party. Literally, Leonardo DiCaprio, that's literally every piece of content that you produced at the white party. It's like taking the coins, throwing it out there, and then watching poor people scrimmage. And then you have the fucking audacity to stand in front of Congress and bullshit them about clean energy, while Pharrell sits on his little fucking stage and says, "Black culture, fuck you, Pharrell." And then you have the fucking balls to sit on a fucking stage at VCon and bullshit us about the Be Kind movement. So you want to understand that this isn't just a war of politicians. This is human people against celebrities who are literally fueling women like Monavan, because he literally took photos with her. So did Miguel. So did Mila Kunis, who's not American. So now Ashton Kutcher sold out for a foreign bitch. Jessica Alba's not American. This is called entitled delusion of spoiled, rotten pieces of shit, and a bunch of you pieces of crap who sold this country so that you could win and we could all fucking suffer, because this country is the most miserable that it's ever fucking been, and none of you are assisting us in success. This shit is garbage. You fucking hear me, you piece of shits? The audacity of all of you bitch asses to sit on your little fucking pedestals and make garbage ass fucking movies Ashton Kutcher, remember when you were with that dead bitch and she spread her fucking legs and you pornographied us with her fucking nasty ass? Nobody wants to see that fucking shit, but you made the fucking movie, didn't you? Now we got Sydney Sweeney's big fat tits all up in our fucking face. Taylor Swift acting like a fucking moron piece of shit. Awkward as fuck. And none of you bitches are willing to protect us from what you fucking created. You better hear me on this, folks. Those bitches created this shit because it's the power of the media. It's like a pressure push. And most of you lazy fucks take the path of least resistance. And if you didn't, you ended up like Toby fucking Keith. Who gives a fuck? He did his fucking part. That's how selfish you fucking are. I believe in people, Mila Kunis said, and we must be open. No, open to what you want, bitch. Everybody just stood there looking at her. Yeah, we got to be open to new people entering into the NFT. While Mona Van stands around in her erotica with her ghetto-ass Persian bitches disrespecting America while you took photos with them. You better fucking believe my ass ain't gonna fucking stop until you're in fucking jail, bitch, and then executed. The problem with you as fans and followers is you fall for the fucking shit. You think everybody's just like you, but you better know that you better look in the fucking face. Because if their face is good looking and their body's hot and your dick's hard, you better fucking know those bitches are up to fucking shit, you fucking slime balls. You better believe everybody at VCon, I'm going to tell you this right now, that they have told me and you showed me how much you try to rob from me. How you try to abuse me the way Peg Moore tried to fucking abuse me. Her fake ass, ugly, fat ass. And you all tried to stop me. Where's the fucking humanity, V friends? You're all a bunch of frauds. You're all a bunch of fucking fakes. Because if you were a real human being, you would not stand for this shit. You would not allow these fucking whores or these fucking people to stand on the stage and accept this as normal. This shit ain't fucking normal. Every fucking thing about this shit is fucked up. But you created it. Work my fucking ass off every fucking day for your bitch ass, and you take that bitch to another fucking resort, you piece of shit!